Welcome to the Enigmatic Abyss, the channel where we focus on stories of the unknown, paranormal, disappearances, UFOs, abductions, and enigmatic mysteries which elude the modern mind. Get your favorite snack and settle in. Today, we will look at the enigmatic and haunting tale of the Betty and Barney Hill abduction, one of the most detailed and widely recognized UFO abduction stories is that of Barney and Betty Hill. Their experience is often considered the first widely publicized report of an alien abduction in the United States, and has been the subject of many books, articles, and investigations. In the late summer of 1961, Barney and Betty Hill were returning from a vacation in Niagara Falls. They were driving through the White Mountains of New Hampshire, enjoying the solitude of the empty roads. As the clock approached midnight, Betty noticed a strange light in the sky that seemed to move erratically. At first, she thought it might be a falling star, but its movements were too unconventional, and it appeared to be following their car. Curious and somewhat alarmed, they stopped the car to get a better look. Barney, skeptical but intrigued, pulled out his binoculars. What he saw was unlike any aircraft he was familiar with. It was a flat, disc-like object with multicolored lights. As the object descended towards them, Barney could make out figures behind the craft's windows. Fearful, he ran back to the car where Betty was waiting, and they sped off. The Hills soon experienced a buzzing sound, and their consciousness became blurry. The next thing they knew, they were 35 miles down the road with no memory of having traveled that distance. Arriving home in Portsmouth, they realized their watches had stopped working, and there were inexplicable damages to their car. Over the next few days, they began to experience anxiety and disturbed sleep. Betty started having vivid dreams of being taken aboard a spacecraft by beings that were distinctly not human. In her dreams, she and Barney were subjected to medical examinations by these beings. Barney, too, was plagued by the unshakable feeling that something had happened to them that night. Seeking answers, the Hills eventually underwent regression hypnosis, which revealed strikingly similar accounts of their experience. They recalled being taken aboard the alien craft against their will and being examined by creatures described as the Greys due to their gray skin. The beings communicated with the Hills telepathically and showed them a star map, which Betty was later able to reproduce under hypnosis. This map was said to depict the Zeta Reticuli star system, a detail that added a layer of credibility to their story, as such information was not widely known at the time. Both Betty and Barney Hill experienced physical effects after the encounter. Their watches stopped working. Barney's shoes were scuffed, and they both felt dirty. More importantly, reports in the Air Force's official Project Blue Book stated that radar confirmed the presence of a UFO on the night of the Hills' claimed abduction at two separate Air Force facilities in the area. The Hills story became a cornerstone of UFO lore, sparking interest and debate among skeptics and believers alike. Their experience was detailed in John G. Fuller's book, The Interrupted Journey, and the subsequent television movie, The UFO Incident, which brought their story to a broader audience. After their harrowing experience, Barney and Betty Hill's lives were forever changed. Barney passed away relatively young from a cerebral hemorrhage on February 25, 1969, at the age of 46. Betty lived much longer, becoming a well-known figure in the UFO community. She continued to speak about their experience and never remarried, passing away from cancer on October 17, 2004, at the age of 85. Their story had a significant impact on both their personal lives and the public's perception of UFO encounters. The Hills account became a cultural phenomenon, influencing the narrative of alien abduction stories for decades to come. Betty, in particular, dedicated much of her life to UFO advocacy and research, attending conferences and giving interviews about their encounter. The incident was also commemorated by the New Hampshire Division of Historical Resources with a historical marker at the site of the alleged craft's first approach in July 2011. Most of Betty Hill's notes, tapes, and other items have been placed in the permanent collection at the University of New Hampshire, her alma mater. Despite the skepticism and controversy surrounding their story, the Hills' account remains one of the most detailed and enduring narratives of UFO encounters and alleged abductions. What do you think of this enigmatic abduction? Write it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enigmatic stories.